Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan confirmed in a relationship tears, cheers, and a love that defied the odds. In a twist so staggering that even the most loyal fans gasped in disbelief, the internet broke at exactly 10:03 p.m. last night. Social media froze. Search engines jammed. Comment sections exploded like fireworks in the night sky. Because at that very moment, a single image was posted, a picture of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan holding hands. No filters. No disguises. Just two of China's most celebrated stars, bathed in golden light beneath the red leaves of an autumn tree, hands intertwined, heads leaning close, and smiles that said everything words never could. Attached to the photo was a message, jointly signed. "We spent years hiding from the world. Now, we're choosing to live in it." The silence that followed was deafening. For about 40 seconds, the world stood still. Then came the roar. Fans screamed, cried, laughed, and collapsed to the ground in waves of disbelief and joy. Some posted video reactions of themselves sobbing uncontrollably, others danced in celebration in the middle of the street. On Twitter, the top 11 trends worldwide were all variations of the same explosive phrase. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo confirmed. But how did it happen? Why now? What led to this unprecedented moment of revelation from two of the most notoriously private figures in the entertainment industry? Let's take you back, because the truth is, the story began long before that photo was posted. It began years ago, on the set of The Untamed, the wildly successful drama that catapulted both actors into superstardom. Rumors began to swirl even then, lingering glances between takes, unexplained delays in filming, stolen moments behind trailers that staff whispered about. But nothing concrete ever surfaced. Both stars remained quiet, professional, distant. Until now. Sources close to the production crew of The Untamed have finally come forward, and what they revealed has left fans reeling. One assistant director admitted that on their last day of filming, long after everyone had gone home, the two actors remained at the edge of the river where they shot their final scene. They didn't say anything at first, the crew member whispered. They just stood there, shoulder to shoulder, watching the water. Then I saw Yibo reach out and touch Xiao Zhan's hand. Just for a moment. I pretended I didn't see. Another wardrobe staff member recalled a moment during an intense night shoot. It was freezing, she said. Everyone was shaking. But Yibo took off his own jacket and gave it to Xiao Zhan without a word. Zhan didn't say thank you. He just looked at him and smiled, and it was the kind of smile you don't fake. I've never forgotten it. Despite all this, both stars went on to deny rumors repeatedly, focusing on their solo careers, attending separate events, keeping a strategic silence. Until now, fans thought that silence meant denial. They were wrong. It turns out that silence was love's last line of defense. According to an anonymous manager from within their shared circle, the two had been quietly living together for almost a year. They have an apartment in Chengdu, she revealed. Very low profile. Minimal security. No staff. Just them. On weekends, they'd cook. Watch movies. Sometimes walk around the park in masks and hoodies. No one ever noticed them. That was their paradise. But what finally pushed them to go public? The answer came crashing through the internet like a thunderstorm just hours after their reveal. A private video, never meant to be leaked, made its way to the media. In it, Wang Yibo can be seen kneeling beside Xiao Zhan, who appears to be recovering from an emotional breakdown. The setting is unclear, a quiet room, dim lights, a tear-streaked face. In the video, Yibo whispers, "I'm tired of pretending you're just my friend. Let the world burn if it must. I'm not losing you again." The video spread like wildfire. The words etched into hearts across the globe. Celebrities rushed to show support. Actor Li Xian posted, "It takes courage to love in this world. Mad respect to both of them." Yongzi wrote, "They gave us drama. Now they're giving us real love. And I'm here for all of it." Even international figures chimed in, with South Korean star Cha Eun-woo tweeting, "Brave. Beautiful. Legendary." But not everyone reacted with joy. A faction of netizens launched harsh criticism, citing betrayal, marketing gimmicks, or accusations of tarnishing their perfect images. Some fans even burned merchandise, while others sent angry emails to brand sponsors. In response, Xiao Zhan's mother released a short, heartfelt message. "My son is still my son. His heart is kind. His soul is pure. And now, finally, his smile is real." The message turned the tide. Fans who were unsure began to reconsider. Anti-fans grew quiet. And soon, videos started trending of massive public gatherings, thousands of fans singing unrestrained, the iconic OST from The Untamed, lighting lanterns, waving banners, and holding signs that read, "Love wins. Always." Inside sources confirmed that the couple had originally planned to stay silent forever. But a medical emergency changed everything. 3 weeks ago, Xiao Zhan was rushed to the hospital after collapsing during a commercial shoot. Though the media spun it as exhaustion, insiders now reveal the truth: it was a panic attack, triggered by the constant pressure of secrecy and fear. Yibo reportedly stayed by his side the entire night. Hospital staff claim he refused to eat, drink, or sleep. When Xiao Zhan opened his eyes the next morning, Yibo said only one thing: "No more hiding." And that was the beginning of the end, or perhaps, the beginning of everything. The couple now plans to take a break from acting for the remainder of the year. Their agencies have agreed. Sponsors have signed off. And in a rare show of unity, both fan clubs have joined forces to announce a global celebration. Dubbed the Day Love Spoke, fans around the world plan to gather in major cities on the same day next month, lighting candles, wearing white, and playing the songs that first brought the two men together. Meanwhile, rumors swirl of a documentary in the works, secretly filmed over the past year, chronicling their journey from co-stars to lovers. While unconfirmed, leaks suggest the final scene shows Yibo standing on a rooftop in the rain, looking at Xiao Zhan, and saying, "Even if we fall, I'd choose you again. In every lifetime." And as if that wasn't enough to set the internet ablaze once more, tonight, a second image surfaced, posted by Xiao Zhan himself. A black and white photo of two hands holding a tiny key. By dawn, the city was different. Beijing's usual rhythm, hurried footsteps, honking cars, blaring radios, was interrupted by something more powerful than noise. Love. Or rather, the aftershock of it. Street vendors hummed unrestrained, delivery boys carried phone screens lit up with the famous hand-holding photo, and for the first time in years, even the stone-faced executives in downtown skyscrapers were seen stopping for a moment to scroll, blink, and whisper in disbelief. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo had done what no one thought possible. They rewrote the narrative. In an industry where silence was the rule and masks were mandatory, they tore it all down with one quiet photo, one trembling confession, and one promise of truth. But even that kind of courage, as beautiful as it was, came with consequences, and they were about to face them. At exactly 6:44 a.m., several major brand sponsors released carefully worded statements. While some reaffirmed their loyalty to the two stars, others tiptoed away, citing contract clauses, brand alignment issues, and the ever-ambiguous public sentiment. The worst came from a global fashion label, known to be conservative in its image. In a curt release, they terminated Xiao Zhan's ambassador deal effective immediately. Yibo's contract was under review. It stung. Fans were furious. Within 2 hours, hashtags flooded Weibo. #boycott the brands that left. #love is not a contract clause. #Johnny Bo deserve better. But while sponsors hesitated, the world spoke louder. That same morning, a video emerged from a university in Seoul. Hundreds of students gathered, holding up signs that read "Love Beyond Borders" and singing Wu Ji, the haunting melody from The Untamed. Then came videos from Paris, Manila, New York, Kuala Lumpur, flash mobs, fan chants, candlelit messages sprawled across town squares. It wasn't just support. It was devotion. A tidal wave of it. And somewhere high above that tidal wave, in a suite inside a private resort in Sonya, Yibo and Xiao Zhan watched it all unfold together. They weren't hiding anymore. According to a housekeeper who served them breakfast that morning, the two sat barefoot on the balcony, phones in hand, sharing screenshots and crying in silence. Xiao Zhan wept quietly, she recalled. Yibo wrapped a blanket around both of them and kept whispering something like "It's okay now, we're okay." They didn't speak much. But they didn't need to. Later that afternoon, their manager posted a statement, short, powerful, and unapologetic. They are not a scandal. They are not a PR stunt. They are two people who fell in love while the world was watching. And now they refuse to live like shadows. But as the couple began embracing their freedom, the media storm reached a new peak. A leaked email from a well-known media outlet revealed that a tabloid had been preparing to out them for months. The photo, the one with their hands clasped beneath autumn leaves, had been secretly snapped by a paparazzi and was scheduled to be published without their consent. Which explained the timing of their post. They weren't just revealing their love, they were reclaiming it. They knew they were being hunted, a former paparazzo confirmed. They just decided to walk out first, heads held high. Still, the cost of truth is never cheap. The very next day, a protest broke out in front of a national broadcasting center. A small but loud group of so-called traditional fans demanded that upcoming projects featuring either actor be pulled. Posters were burned. Harsh slurs were hurled. One woman even screamed into a microphone, "This is not the fairy tale I paid for." But the moment didn't last long. A teenager stepped forward from the crowd, tears in her eyes, holding a small handmade sign that read, "You didn't buy a fairy tale. You watched a love story. And it's real." The girl, barely 15, stood alone for a moment, then slowly, dozens began to join her. One by one, they held up their phones playing clips of Yibo and Xiao. Kisses from dramas. Behind-the-scenes giggles. Silent gazes across stages. It wasn't a protest anymore. It was a love vigil. Inside their villa in Sonia, unaware of the scenes unfolding in the streets, the couple made another choice. They picked up a camera. Later that night, a video went live. No press. No manager. Just them, seated side by side, on a couch, casual and barefaced, framed by soft lamplight. Xiao Zhan's eyes were pink from crying. Yibo looked like he hadn't slept. Then Xiao Zhan spoke. "I wanted to say this while looking into your eyes," he said, turning to the camera. "But I realized. I'm speaking to millions of eyes. Millions of people. And so many of you have supported me for years. You bought my albums. You watched me grow. I owe you honesty." He paused. His voice trembled. "I love him." Silence. Yibo took his hand. Looked right into the camera. "And I love him," he said. No script. No directors. Just us. What followed was a 20-minute video unlike any confession the industry had ever seen. They talked about the untamed. About falling in love while pretending to fall in love. About the pain of smiling through public interviews while knowing they couldn't even hug backstage. About stolen weekends, coded messages in lyrics, and the agony of hearing fans wish they were with someone else. They didn't beg for acceptance. They didn't apologize. They simply told their truth. And the world shattered again. By midnight, the video had surpassed 90 million views. Not a single word from either actor's agency was needed. Not a single brand dared to speak. Because the fans had decided they were staying.